Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. As I always say, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you're welcome, loved and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Now is the time that we all take a deep collective breath. We quiet our bodies and we quiet our minds, and we prepare ourselves for service. In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through my everything. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our everything. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our everything. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. Is in this very room. Oh yes, there's quite enough peace, quite enough power, and quite enough love right here in this very room. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, why then will be. Oh, yes, we will be. We will be free. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. When you live each moment in time, let it shine. Give me one moment in time. When I'm home, well, I knew I could be. Oh, why then, in that one moment in time, I will be. Oh, yes, we will be. We will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Well, once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center worldwide online service. We want to let you know wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you're welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Our mission is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. Now, I know we may have some new viewers out there today, and we want to let you know that we have received the Business Hall of Fame, the #1 place of worship for 2021. And we are so excited that you could be here to join us today because we were made #1. So thank you for joining us. Also, if you or anyone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box and know that our ministry of prayer will pray over it for 30 days because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. Now, as I was saying earlier, for you new people and for you that are regulars, you know, we have a mission statement on what we believe. And we're going to state it right now because I know some of you are probably wondering, what is Interfaith Spiritual Center all about? Well, now we're going to tell you what we believe. We believe in God, the one power, presence, source, and substance of all that is, whose will for us is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe the power and presence of God is within us and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our desires, beliefs, thoughts, words, and actions. We believe there are many paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe we are eternal and are given unlimited opportunities to succeed and attain our heartfelt desires and goals through prayer, meditation, by practicing the principles of successful living. We believe that heaven is first, a state of mind that we can attain now and forever. We believe in the law of life that states we get back what we give out. We believe that as our humanness gives way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arises triumphant and victorious. And so it is. Now, I hope that cleared it up for some of you out there. And we are so glad that you could join us today. You know, we are in the month of July, and our theme has been the Evolution Revolution. I'm going to state our affirmation, and then if you would love to, please repeat it after me. There is a pattern of perfection at the center of my being, a divine imprint. I resolve to evolve, and so it is. Please join me. There is a pattern of perfection at the center of my being, a divine imprint. I resolve to evolve, and so it is. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I'm going to remind you this at the end of the service, but I want to also do it here early. Also, on Wednesday night, Dr. Sharon has her Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection at 7:30 right here on Facebook, on StreamYard, on YouTube. So please check that out. This month, her theme is the Evolution Revolution. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring to our platform Dr. Sharon Stroud.
Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, where we believe there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it, and we are using it every single day of our lives. This morning, as we join together in our meditation, I would just suggest that you place your hand on your heart, feel the beating of your heart, because I believe that we were given a heart so that we would live one moment at a time, beat by precious beat, moment by moment by moment by moment. And as we join together on this amazing July morning, we're up here in Desert's Edge, and I think it's probably already, triple digits. And we just open the space, right, to allow God to do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who heard the call and answered. Before they call, I will answer, and while they're yet speaking, I will hear. So let's take a deep cleansing breath. Just close our eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting go and letting God do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who heard the call and answered. Yes. Before they call, I will answer, and while they're yet speaking, I will hear. And as we join together, as the 2 or 3 gather together in thy name, we feel the power, the presence, the energy here in the midst of us. For eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of humanity the things which God hath prepared for them that love. Love being the strongest healing power in the universe. We are told, if you could love enough, you would be the strongest, most powerful being on the planet. So breathing in and breathing out, remembering there is a spirit within man and within woman, and the breath of the Almighty hath given them life and understanding. Through this sacred understanding, we acknowledge all paths that lead to God are good. That right now, somewhere in the world, a Jew is saying her prayers, a Hindu is chanting a mantra, and a Buddhist is kneeling at her sacred shrine. Right now, at this very moment, someone is lighting a candle in a cathedral. Someone is making their Hajj toward Mecca, for it is the will of Allah. And yet someone else is lighting a fire in a jungle, repeating an ancient mystical drama. Beauty goes before me, beauty behind me, beauty above me, beauty below me, beauty within me. We each walk the beauty path in our own way, as the ancient Navajos said so beautifully. And as I speak this word, I know that my word is just as powerful as the word that Jesus used, that Buddha used, that all the great avatars, teachers, and sages of the ages. For did not they say, the works that I do, ye shall do also, and even greater works ye shall do than I do. I of myself can do nothing. It is the Spirit within me that does the work. And so on this day, let us declare together that that which needs to be healed is healed. That which needs to be revealed is revealed. That which needs to be known is known. And that which needs to be released is released. Quickly, gently, and with grace. And what I know is that this power and this presence is right where we are. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all good things are added unto you. Mentally and emotionally, let us align this morning. We are in perfect peace. Our mind is stayed on thee. Our mind is stayed on what is life-giving and life-affirming. We build on that. Physically, we bless this body. We acknowledge that it is the temple of the living God, of which and to whom which we do such a good work. We bless this vehicle. We know that our God is bigger than any diagnosis. And at a DNA cellular level, we are whole, perfect, and complete. This is the truth for us and with us. That wherever pain seems to be operating anywhere on the planet, the presence of God is. Wherever dis-ease seems to be operating anywhere on the planet, the presence of God is. Wherever upset seems to be operating anywhere on the planet, the presence of God is. God in us, God as us, God is the only truth of us. Whatever name we put on our higher power, it matters not, but to acknowledge that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions, appearances, and effects. And I want to add, if there is anyone tuning in this morning that possibly cried themselves to sleep last night, know that this word is for you. The love of God surrounds you, the light of God enfolds you, the power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you, that wherever you are, God is. And that does make all the difference. You are enfolded in the everlasting arms of God's love. You are not alone. You are loved. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this way of life, for the acknowledgement that we are all one, beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation. We are all one. The blood that courses through my veins is the same color of the blood that courses through your veins. We unite at the heart center, remembering that our heart is that divine door to the soul, and that where our treasure is, there our heart will be also. Peace, shalom, peace, shante, peace, salam, peace, pause, peace, pax, peace, Friedan, peace, 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 peace. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. And now it is my very great pleasure and privilege. And Claudia, if you'll come up this other way so that we don't have to, we have wires and we have the whole setup here on our wonderful platform that we create every Sunday at the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary. And since March of 2020, we have been meeting here with the exception of one Sunday. And it's worked out very well to do our online service in this space. And we've created a wonderful, magical desert scene, right? You can get the sense that we are broadcasting from the Coachella Valley, remembering that Coachella means the hand of God, that we're all unfolded in the hand of God. So my beautiful, beautiful friend, Claudia, who is a lunar astrologer, and Claudia has been in my life almost 20 years. Since my anniversary is September 1st. I've been in the ministry 46 years, 20 of it here, right here in the Coachella Valley. So, you know, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How time flies when you're having fun. And Claudia's been a beautiful friend. And I'm just so blessed to have you in my life. And she is brilliant. And she has so much to offer. And she's going to do our reading today. And she's going to kind of add, we have the full moon coming up on the 23rd. And, you know, the moon operates through our subconscious. And I just love all of your brilliant insights also. So I'm going to go out this way and give you the mic. There you go.
Well, it's delightful to be here with my beautiful friend Sharon, as always, and with you. Happy Sunday. So the reading this morning is about the evolution revolution, the moment of choice. Our moment of choice is at hand. There has never been a more urgent moment for humanity to come together in synergy and collectively choose to hold the greatest vision of what we can be and do together, to lead with our hearts and co-create new possibilities that will offer us hope for our future. This uplifting and timely call to action, offering evolutionary visions, resources, and practical steps to help us navigate this moment of choice and amplify the movement for global transformation, and on which our future depends, is upon us. Let me share the Oneness Declaration with you. And as I do this, uncross your legs, put your palms up in your lap, take a breath. From below the soles of your feet, Feel the energy of that beautiful, ever-sustaining earth coming up through your body, all the way up on the inhale. And on the exhale, feel any mental thinkety-think, any distractions dropping down, down, below, behind your facial mask, down through your throat, down through your chest, down into your heart. For indeed, if you are in your heart, you can only be present with me as these words move into you. I declare that the message we are all one, interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent with God, life, one another, is the one spiritual message that the world has been waiting for to bring about loving and sustainable answers to humanity's challenge. The world does not have to be the way it is, and that individual people can change it using the power of spiritual citizenship. Humanity is good and has unlimited potential, and that social transformation starts with personal transformation. I therefore recognize the importance of connecting with my divine essence and inner wisdom throughout my life's journey, allowing the finest and the highest levels of human potential to flourish for the benefit of all. My aspirations support spiritual principles, global ethics, and universal values such as respect, justice, peace, dignity, freedom, responsibility, and cooperation that underlie this declaration. Human beings need each other to survive on this planet. I recognize that we are all in this together and that community flourishes as we learn about each other and revel in the wonder and beauty of our diversities. I declare that I am playing my part to help to bring about a culture in which we, the peoples of the world, can address our common global concerns in a holistic, positive, and transforming way, and live together in peace with one another. Oneness contains all of life, also the parts that we regard as the other. I realize that wholeness and togetherness can only be experienced through the recognition of the uniqueness, beauty, and purpose of all aspects of life, and that this recognition starts with myself. I am part of the emerging consciousness that promotes a spirit of openness, inquiry, connection, and relationship with myself and the entire universe, and who continues to recognize the wonder, beauty, and mystery of it all. I support Global Oneness Day that has been established for all of humanity to come together each year as one human family to discuss, celebrate, and experience oneness with the divine, each other, and all of life. The time for change is now. And so this morning, you're going to get inspired, no doubt. But what is your vision? It's really important in this time that you hold your vision for the planet and for humanity dear to your heart, that you look at how you can walk it each day. The moon is in Scorpio today. So if you've had some intense emotions coming up, allow them to flow, knowing that they are showing you the beliefs that are outmoded and the emotional blockages that it's time to release. So you can allow the transformative power of love into your life and into your heart and being, and then radiate it to the world and to all whom you love. Yesterday, the sun opposed Pluto. Big stuff. Again, underscoring that when we eliminate the hurts in our lives, when we practice forgiveness and unconditional love for ourselves and others, we can indeed reclaim that energy and transform our lives. The summer is ramping up. People have been asking me, is Mercury still retrograde? Well, you know, as Sharon's last month, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Eclipses and solstices and retrogrades, oh my. So be aware that the divine plan popped an eclipse in the sign of thought that was conjoined with Mercury retrograde. And so even though the planet itself is in forward motion, It feels as though the snafus technologically, transportation-wise, etc., continue. And indeed, they do. For the 6 months following that eclipse, because of this conjoining with Mercury retrograde. Yes, it's a divine plan reminding you that when you change your consciousness, and this is what's called for now worldwide, as we've moved into a new age, as of the winter solstice, it was official. We are in the Aquarian age, the age of the visionary, the age of a new future, the age where we are the inventors. So I send you lots of love and light and lots of universal support for your vision of life. Live it today. Enjoy it. Thank you so much.
And now introducing.
And I'm back.
Whoops.
And now
I'm going to do this right this time. And now, introducing once again our wonderful, talented, amazing Fleet Easton.
We've only just begun to live. Truth now is what we see. To live for now and to be set free. Before the rising sun, we fly. So many roads to choose. We start out walking and learn to run. And yes, we've just begun. Sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching for signs along the way. Knowing the truth that's meant for all of us. Working together day to day. Together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. Sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching for signs along the way. Knowing the truth that's meant for all of us. Working together day to day. Together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. We've only just begun. Oh, yes. We've only just begun. And now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring up Dr. Sharon Stroud.
we are getting this down, aren't we? And I say to you, good morning. This is the day the Lord hath made. Whatever we conceive our Lord to be, whatever name we put on our higher power, God, Father, Mother, Yahweh, Jehovah, it matters not, but to acknowledge on this morning that there is something so powerful within each of us, and we have the opportunity to access it. In fact, Fleet, why don't we move this kind of behind here? So we have our beautiful Claudia joining us and our amazing Dr. Barbara Berg. Yeah, that's just perfect. Absolutely. And I just want to acknowledge that Fleet, and I love that song, that Karen Carpenter song. It's so beautiful. We've only just begun, and we have. And Fleet just got back from Las Vegas, participating in a wonderful tribute to Trini Lopez, right? Who had made his transition during the COVID-19 era. And all of this transcendence that went on during COVID, I believe, that allows us to really take stock, go within, and realize it's about unconditional love, that energy is neither destroyed nor created. So they're doing this beautiful, beautiful recording in memory of Trini Lopez. And I just loved what you did. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. And we are just so blessed to see your unfoldment and the almost, 14 years that you've been with Interfaith. Someone calling the flavor of the week, and that was 14 years ago. So he's still here, right? And evolving and growing beautifully. So I absolutely, every July, we do the Evolution Revolution, which was founded by Dr. Neil Donald Walsh. Neil was actually in my congregation in San Diego. He was a ghostwriter for many famous authors that are on the planet today and actually reached the New York Times bestsellers list. And he was assisting me with my book. And it just didn't work, And so I just said, Neil, why don't you start writing your own books? And then he moved to Oregon, and he had a series of outrageous things happen. He broke his neck. He found himself homeless. He was living in a park for a year. And during that year, he took out a notebook and a pen, and he wrote Conversations with God. Now, he's written like 30 books since, and he's been on the New York Times bestsellers list many times. This is his own work. So he came up with, when we reach a certain level of energy and at the top of our game, it's really time to give something back. So Neil decided to start Humanity's Team, which is a grassroots organization about civil rights for the soul. Don't we love that? Civil rights for the soul, and a movement of being conscious of justice, equality, and oneness. And when Claudia read so beautifully the Oneness Declaration, we invite you to go on to the Oneness Declaration. Just Google it. You can just put your name in and add it to the millions of others who are acknowledging that the moment of choice is here. This is our topic for today. The moment of choice is here. We are all part of Humanity's Team. And as I shared earlier, that the blood that courses through my veins is the same color of the blood that courses through your veins. That we are one, regardless of color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and I added political affiliation. That this transcends all of that and comes into a spiritual reality. It's not about religion. It's about a spiritual ground of being. It's about a social consciousness that we, someone said, am I my brother's keeper, right? It's very biblical. Well, on one level, yes. But on another level, am I my brother's keeper? Am I my sister's keeper? The truth is, I am my brother. I am my sister. And that oneness connects us at the heart level. And when I was in Geneva, Switzerland, meeting with the Honorable Carol Hansen, who is the president of the United Nations European sector, you know that I am the president of the International Foundation for World Peace and Research. And I was part of the Nobel Peace Prize Commission, nominated the Reverend Father Emmanuel Ida, an African priest who founded 3 universities. He founded the Peace and Reconciliation Center. He founded 5 manufacturing companies where the unemployed were suddenly gainfully employed. This man is amazing, a Catholic priest. And when I was presenting in Oxford, England at St. Catherine's University, and I spoke on world peace, he came up to me afterward and he said, "We have the same message." I said, "Wonderful." He said, "I want you to come to Nigeria, in Africa." I said, "Fabulous, I'd love to. In 8 weeks." All right, we're going to work this one out, right? And I went for over 10 years, sometimes twice a year, to present to 25,000 students and faculty. And they absolutely absorbed and were hungry for this message of oneness, and that we are created in the image and likeness of something so powerful and so beautiful. And that we're told that it's not only good, it's what? It's very good. This is our true self-image, that we are created in the image and likeness of something so powerful, so beautiful, that it's a presence within each of us that connects, and we can feel that divine connection. And so on this day, as we look at the moment of choice as ours, and being part of humanity's team, that we're all so interconnected. And I was driving home one day, and up the road, and I saw a canopy, and I saw a great big sign. It was 114 degrees. It's triple digits up here. And I saw the canopy, and I saw the sign that said, "Honey for sale." So I just thought, here's the darling couple. They have their canopy. They have their sign, "Honey for sale," the sweetness of life. I pulled in, I thought, anybody who sets up a little kiosk in the dirt on the corner with a canopy selling honey, I'm going to connect with them. So I met Edgar and Lucia, and I said, "You've got a smile on your face. It's 114 degrees out here. What's your secret?" And he said, "I love the bees. The bees love me." And he said, "And they give me the honey." And I said, "Yes, they give you the sweetness of life." I said, "This is the greatest combination of life, to love what you do and do what you love." And as we open the space and out in 114 degrees, I mean, talk about an entrepreneurial spirit, right? And his wife, Lucia, was just precious. And they make this amazing honey in beautiful jars with a little touch of rosemary leaf in it. And I said, "I am always going to buy my honey from you. I feel the sweetness of your energy. And I know that with every dollop of honey, that I am receiving that energy, that sweetness. I am receiving your love of what you do and doing what you love." And I thought, here in our humanity, it is amazing what the human spirit not only endures, but how it arises to the occasion of its true spiritual stature. And here he is, Edgar. "I love the bees, and the bees love me." And that honey is just the best honey on the planet. So as I look at life and the connection of our humanity and the opportunity that we have to be in the world to make a difference. We're not here just to make a living. We're here to make a difference. And I don't care what it is that we're doing, that if we do it with love, and they were told biblically that they that abideth in love abideth in God and God in them. That whatever we conceive our higher power to be, whatever name we put on it, it matters not, but to acknowledge that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions that show up, and we give our power away to these conditions, these appearances, these effects that show up. We are so powerful. In fact, I saw a beautiful, beautiful statement, and it said, "There is no other me. That is my power. There is no other me. That is my power." The power to be ourselves, to be in the world, but of a higher spiritual vibratory frequency. And it transcends religion, and it moves into the spiritual ground of being, into our spiritual citizenship. That this is a human rights movement for the soul, to connect to humanity's team. Now, Yo-Yo Ma, who is a very famous cellist, we all know Yo-Yo, he's won hundreds of awards. And he was part of a project in Chicago. There was a vacant lot for 150 years with weeds and, you know, all kinds of things kind of went on in this vacant lot on the west side of Chicago. And the mayor decided that it's time to do something about this old vacant lot. So she gathered the humanity around her. She gathered the beautiful souls around her. And they said, let's make a park. Let's create a park here so the children could run and play. And so they did the fundraiser, and Yo-Yo Ma planted trees. In fact, when I was in India presenting at the Pongal Festival in South India, Dr. Natarajan, who had been my friend for 15 years, and everywhere I went on the planet, whether I was speaking in Cambridge, England, whether I was speaking in Nigeria, Africa, whether I was speaking in Zagreb University in Croatia, whether I was speaking in Istanbul at the medical center in Turkey, Dr. Natarajan was always there. And for 15 years, he was inviting me to India to come and speak. And I could never just quite work it out, even though I've always, had always wanted to go to India. Finally, in 2016, I worked it out where I could go. And I was the keynote speaker, and I was speaking to 10,000 beautiful souls. And when I said namaste, and they came back, 10,000 people, and they said namaste, it was tear-evoking. The energy, the resonance, my heart opening, I was just like overcome. And I spoke on the circle of life. And the circle of life, ride the carousel, reach for the golden ring, never to finish, only to begin again. Life is a circular thing. And Emerson said so beautifully that life is a self-evolving circle, moving out in ever-widening circles toward infinity. So life is circular, and that God is the center of everything, the circumference of nothing, everywhere present. So one of the things that we did is that we went out and there was a tree planting, just as Yo-Yo Ma was planting trees in Chicago's vacant lot, and they were creating a park. And Yo-Yo is a lot more evolved than me, because when I was asked to, Dr. Natarajan said, now, Dr. Sharon, you just put your hands in the dirt and create the opening for the roots of the tree. And I looked down at my manicure, and I looked at the dirt, and I said, you know what? Why don't you put your hands in the dirt and I'll support you? He said, what does that mean? And I said, it means that you put your hands in the dirt, you dig the hole, I'll support you. I'm looking at my manicure. And he said, oh, all right. He hands me the water pitcher. He says, I will dig the hole and I will cover the roots. You water it. You can be part of this process of planting a tree in India. So that's what we did. And I thought, here Yo-Yo is planting trees in the west side of Chicago. And they planted flowers, and they, created a lawn and swings for the children. And the energy was so uplifting in this park. And then the Chicago Police Department took all the guns that they had collected, the illegal guns, melted them down, and created shovels so they could shovel the earth in this amazing vacant lot that they created, Unity Park. And it so reminded me of Isaiah, the beautiful statement in Isaiah, where they transform their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not rise up against nation, and there is no war evermore. So they took the guns, melted them down. And just as in the day of Isaiah, where the swords were transformed to plowshares and the spears were transformed to pruning hooks. Nation shall not rise up against nation, and there shall not be war evermore. And they created Unity Park on the west side of Chicago. And I was just so deeply moved by that. Talk about humanity's team, that you see an empty You see an empty lot, it's been sitting there for 150 years, and suddenly it's transformed when you get the humanity around you that is in synchronicity with the divine plan. And let's create something beautiful. Let's create something so magnificent that we can smell the flowers. Children can run on the grass and they can swing high in the air and feel that energy, the breezes flowing through their hair. That we are humanity's team. That the sweetness of life looks like Edgar and Lucia on a corner with a little canopy in 114-degree weather, selling the sweetness of life. And it's the sweetness of life. It's that promised land of milk and honey that allows us to be in the world, but of a higher spiritual vibratory frequency. I've been on the planet quite a while. I've been in the ministry 46 years, and I have seen some amazing things. I've borne witness to some amazing miracles on the planet. That I entered into this way of life coming from domestic violence, realizing I had a choice. This morning's topic, the moment of choice, is here. And what we know is that nothing is so resisted as change, but change is the only permanent thing in life. And my dear friend Nan Shelley, who I went through the School of Ministry with, she said, everything I ever let go of, I left claw marks. I just didn't want to let go. And finally, we let go and let God do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who hear the call and answer. Before they call, I will answer. And while they're yet speaking, I will hear. Blessed are they who have ears that hear, who have eyes that see, that have eyes that see through the appearances that show up, the effects that show up, that the amazing, as these things show up in our life, that we can see through them to the truth of our own being. We are humanity's team. We are one, regardless of color, race, creed, sexual orientation. That oneness pervades an energy field. And if we have situations that come up, and I had mentioned to you prior that I had a couple of situations come up of taping in the beauty of my own Rose of Sharon sanctuary. I had some things come up in the park with the board of trustees. And what I love about life is that 4 days after I received a cease and desist order about taping in my home, the privacy of my own home, the Supreme Court passed a ruling that ministries may meet in homes. This is how the law of life works. And if we work it, you know what? We are supported. It works to the degree that we work it. We put the works with the faith. We put action with intention. Because, I'm a child of the 60s, and we were making love, not war. And of course, the pendulum swings, back to center, where we can make a difference. We're here to make a difference. Ride the carousel. Reach for the golden ring, never to finish, only to begin again. Life is a circular thing. May we all have the sweetness of life. May we all open the space to recreate a vacant lot into a unity park, and to recognize that there is always something that we can do to forward and advance civilization as a whole. So I greet you today, and I acknowledge that we're all going somewhere. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Because I am in a high place, and I will not come down. None of these outer things move me. I am in a high place, and I will not come down. And I say to you, namaste. The God in me salutes the God in you. The divinity within you salutes the divinity within me. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. Namaste. I say shalom, the peace that passes all understanding. And God bless us, every single one. And so it is. I love you. It's a joy to be with you today. And now it's my very great, thank you. Thank you. We are definitely the two or three gathered together here this morning. It's my great privilege and pleasure to bring to the platform the Reverend Prince Fleet Easton, who has one of my very favorite songs he's going to be sharing with us. And we are just so blessed to have his talent, energy, and especially spiritual consciousness. Yes. So take it away, my dear Fleet.
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love puts me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasant sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When the day is through, I know that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. See, I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Oh yes, your love has put me on the top of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon Straub will take our offering.
All right, this is our time of giving and receiving, and I do want to thank our wonderful virtual audience for your tithes, your love offerings, and your financial gifts. You can just imagine, since March 22nd of 2020, that we have been unable to receive a physical offering. And your gifts and your energy has made a difference. And so please just take your gift in your hand and repeat after me. I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift as a sacred expression of who I am.
I give this gift as a sacred expression of who I am.
In giving to God, I give to myself.
In giving to God, I give to myself.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine.
And so it
And
is.
so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And we all get our hands together like this. And what we are doing is we are activating all 5 key elements of the universe, beginning with earth, fire, air, ether, and water. And we say, thank you, Father, Mother God, for the generosity demonstrated on this glorious day. We receive these gifts pressed down, shaken together, and flowing over into every area of our life. For we know the same opening that we give through is the same opening we receive through. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for the abundance that is ours. And so it is. Amen. And now I'm going to have Dr. Barbara Berg come up, and she is visiting today, and she's a very, very dear and close friend of mine, and she has written some amazing books. And she has written What to Do When Life is Driving You Crazy, right? And you are just so accomplished. Ring Shui, Move Your Rings, Change Your Life. Attract the relationships you want through the placement of your rings. Ring Shui, I had never heard of that, ever. And in fact, I'm wearing this beautiful ring that she gave me. I was presenting at the Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs, and I bought some tickets for the door prizes and baskets, and I won Barbara's basket and all of these books. And this is How to Escape the No-Win Trap. Stop making the same mistakes, recognize your danger areas, live your life to the fullest. I mean, you are so accomplished. So I just wanted you to say a few words about your life path. And I just love the fact that this title is amazing. Yeah, what to do when life is driving you crazy. And then the byline is how to handle everyday crisis for the rest of your life. So you take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharon. It's such a pleasure and a privilege to be here today. And I have to say, this is Karen Carpenter Day. I know she's looking down with us because she said to watch the signs along the way. The signs are coming so quickly, we can barely keep up with them. And we're all meant to be here. And one of our jobs to do is see them as they come. Don't put them off. And as Claudia was saying today, I was wondering about this, Claudia, are we having a Mercury in retrograde? I believe this is where we are transforming to tap into our inside wisdom more quickly than ever. When we talk about moment to moment, we're not kidding. In fact, what we've got to remember is nip your problems in the bud. When I wrote What to Do When Life is Driving You Crazy, I was writing it for me.
Of course.
Nip your problems in the bud before they nip you in yours. And live. I had to remember that because I wasn't nipping in the right place, let me tell you. Another one was live each day so tomorrow is easier to wake up to. And I have to share a secret with you. I wrote the first book, 1997, What to Do When Life is Driving You Crazy. I started by writing about what other people are doing to us. No one drives us crazier than ourselves. We can get so caught up in who's doing what to us, but I had to look at myself in the face and say, no one drives me crazier than me. I will have an issue and I'll act like I don't need anyone else. Our birthright, our job is to have needs and speak up and ask. And certainly Robbie Martyr of GSFE will say, speak up and ask. So your job right now, because you're meant to be here. This is a time period in history. her story and our story. Ask for what you need sooner rather than later. And let me tell you, some of us would rather die than ask. This is the time you'll live when you ask. I have to share with you, yesterday I was saying, this is going to be good for some story, and it came up today. I was with my nephew. We were parking to go to a water park with the rest of our family because we didn't have any space left. Turns out we're 5 miles away. It felt like a national park. We're in the middle of nowhere, and our GPS says it's going to take 5 minutes to get there. No way. You got to tap into your own GPS. All of a sudden, a police car came through in the middle of this nowhere. And my nephew said, oh, just say hello to him. I said, hello, we're getting in that car. That car is taking us to where we have to go. He said, oh no, you'll be sitting in the back where the criminals sit. Right now, I wouldn't mind robbing a bank if I could get in that car. So I waved down the police officer. I said, this is the luckiest moment in my day. I need you. We need you. And he was asked to patrol the area. And I said, I'll save money. There's no helicopter coming down. It's you. He took us right to valet parking. We showed up. My husband was there. And he goes, oh God, what did she do now? And we got out of the back seat of the police car. He was my blessing that day. But you know what the blessing was? I had the guts to courage to ask. Because Robbie Motter and Dr. Sharon have been saying to me, don't act like you've got it all going on. This time period in history, her story, and your story is to reach inside and see your gift is needing to ask someone else so their gift can be yours. If we ever need, remember back in the 80s, I would rather die than NEED. Well, it is time now. So a message for you today is see the signs sooner, tune in sooner to what you need, because your gift to others is needing them to give their gift to you. And that will make your life so much less crazy. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much. And you can get her books on Amazon.
Amazon.
Great.
Sure, absolutely.
Amazon, and I get everything just about on Amazon. So thank you so much, Barbara. And now our beautiful Fleet and Claudia are going to come up, and they're going to sing our closing song. This is our anthem since March 22nd, Shower the People with Love. And I actually, Barbara, you can come up with them. I have, I'm going to give this to Fleet, and I have an angel for Barbara since it's her first time. And it's a 14-karat angel. It's our interfaith peace angel, placed above your heart where your dreams reside. Yeah, watch behind you. Yeah. Okay, and I will get that for you. And here you go, Fleet.
Okay.
And here's your angel. Place it above your heart where your dreams reside.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Excuse me. You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me how you're gonna stand there with a broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. You know one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, do it twice. And just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You know you can run, but you can't hide. This is widely known. and what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself, all alone. Once you tell somebody the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I guess it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. So you better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Make it rain, rain love. Make it rain, rain love. Oh, once again, thank you everyone for joining us today right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide online service. We know that you weren't here by accident. You were here because you had a divine message just for you today. And as I always say in the beginning of the service, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. And I want to once again remind you on Wednesday night, Dr. Sharon's Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection at 7:30 right here on StreamYard, Facebook, and YouTube, and many other platforms. So please join her for the Evolution Revolution. And now, as we say every week, you go out and have a beautiful, blessed week. What do you say, Manny? Let's give everybody a big kiss. Here we go. Mwah! You take care, everyone, and you have a beautiful, blessed day. Take care. God bless.